Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. Hope you all are fine and safe. Stay safe and stay healthy always. Today, let's have a look on the new chapter, Weathering the Storm in Ersama by Harsh Mandar. So, it's time for you to listen. So, let's start. Weathering the Storm in Ersama by Harsh Mandar is a story of a guy named Prashant. Prashant went to his friend's house once in Ersama on 27th October 1999. Please note it is based on a real life experience and it was 7 years after his mother's death. In the evening there came a super storm. Heavy and continuous rain filled the darkness. Trees were uprooted. The waters entered his friend's house too. The speed of the wind was 350 km per hour and everything was destroyed there. The scene of destruction was horrible. Prashant and his friend's family had taken refuge on the roof of their house. Prashant won't forget the horrible scene that he saw. He was greatly shocked to see a huge sheet of water all over. It covered everything as far as the eye could see. Houses were broken, dead animals and human bodies floated everywhere. Huge trees had fallen. 2 coconut trees had fallen on the house of Prashant's friend, and their tender coconuts kept them alive for several days, even though they had been going through this trouble. They had stuck there on the roof. And then, for a couple of days, Prashant sat huddled on the rooftop with his friend's family. They were nearly frozen in cold wind. Then Prashant thought of his family. He decided to go, though his friend's family asked him to stay back. Prashant was worried about his family. So he got a strong stick and then he started on his 18-kilometer journey to his own village. The flood waters were swollen then. Prashant waded through water. On the way, he found 2 friends of his uncle. They were also returning home. They all had to push away many floating dead bodies of human beings and animals to move ahead. There were hardly any houses left in the villages that they passed. Prashant wept, thinking that no one in his family would have been survived. Finally, Prashant reached his village, Kalikuda. The roof was the only thing that was left of his house. So he went to the Red Cross shelter to look for his family there. He saw his maternal grandmother there at first. It was a miracle for them to see Prashant alive. They had thought Prashant to be dead. Prashant's family was there safe. Prashant decided to assess the damage and the danger awaiting the survivors. All the houses in the village had been washed away. Prashant organized a group of youths of his village. It pressurized the merchant to give them some rice. They made a fire and cooked the rice for all the people. However, the rice was rotting. His next step was to clean the place of filth, urine, and floating dead bodies. On the 5th day, a military helicopter dropped food for them, but it didn't return. The group deputed the children to lie there. They had empty utensils on their stomachs. It was to communicate to the passing helicopters that they were hungry still. Finally, they got enough food through airdropping. Prashant became a savior then. He brought the orphan children and made a shelter for them. He asked the women at the shelter to look after these children. But he soon found that women and children were sinking deeper and deeper in their grief. He made them join the Food for Food work program. It was started by a non-government organization, an NGO. He engaged other volunteers to help keep widows to start their lives. He also believed that orphans should be resettled in their own community itself. 6 months passed soon after the super cyclone. Prashant now thought about himself. Earlier, he had no time to bother about his own pain. The widows and orphan children of the village thought of Prashant only in their hours of grief. Even though he was so happy and content at his heart. There ends our real life experience. Hope you have enjoyed the story. The story has some inner deep meanings. At the same time, it gives a message for our life. So please take it in on that sense. Read the story, understand the message, and attend the exam very well. Thank you.